Hey, happy Thursday. There's a bit of an echo in here. You probably can't hear it, but my kitchen, my little table is not in here. And I've noticed that when you move it out, it sounds different in here. There's a little bit of an echo going on. I've been setting up and getting ready to do the sandwich video, and I started a load of laundry. I thought, oh, I have, plenty of time, but I've had to sit here and wait for about 15, 20 minutes for that load of laundry. Took forever for some reason, but I have everything set up, and so let's come in here. So I tell you what, I like to make the sandwich videos in here because the light is better. I like the light from that window right there. It's really good. So I'll show you everything. The meat and the cheese are still in the refrigerator. But check this out. Okay, so it's just going to be chaos in here for a little bit. So here's my perspective. So when I'm making the video, I'm right here. So I went ahead and put the pickles and the mustard in a plastic container this time instead of glass. That way, because what I have to be careful of when I'm getting the mustard out is to not hit this butter knife against a glass container because it's really loud. And every time I do that, like getting the mustard out, I have to edit those sounds out. So I thought, well, just use a plastic something. And the mayonnaise is plastic, so that's not a problem. These are plastic too. No problem. It's got my little tomatoes here. I put the pickles in a plastic jar or a plastic little bowl thing. The salt and pepper in little plastic things. Got the microphone here. I don't know why these are sitting here. Oh, because I have to open the bread up, get the heels out of the way, the first little heel piece, make sure that's open. It's always a little tight over here because I have my fancy lettuce and then iceberg lettuce here. Matches my nails. Quite lovely. So, I'm always trying to find a better way to do this setup because I'm never completely happy with it. So over there, yeah, see, I'm not recording yet. I just have it, I have it set up. So, yeah, I wanted to leave the meat and the cheese in the refrigerator till I was totally ready. I have extra napkins. I have my Ziploc bags. Now these, I went ahead and put little labels on each of these bags because I'm tired of people criticizing me for taking a Sharpie marker and writing the number of the sandwich on the bags because they say, that Sharpie can go through the plastic and get into the bread and give you elbow cancer or some shit. So I just took a little label and stuck it on each bag. There will probably be a criticism for that as well. That probably like causes your children to develop inverted eye sockets or something because you can't win when you do these kind of videos. Somebody is going to say something about it. Anyway, so the washing machine finally stopped. So I think I can go ahead and get started. I can bring my cheese and the meat in here. The cheese, now see the meat, I'm going to put on I have a long thing kind of like this that I put the meat on so I don't have all these little Ziploc bags of meat here. The meat I can tell apart. The cheese, some of the cheeses look the same and I can't tell them apart, or I would just do the cheese the same way on a little tray. But some of them look the same, so I just leave them in the containers. Actually not sure how I'm going to... This pen is always a problem too because I have to use it after every sandwich. And it's the damn pen is always in the way. I usually try to keep the mouse off to the side here. I'm tired. Okay. So if I can slide that over, I will have room here for I'll probably put the meat here. Why does this feel wrong? I feel like there's something. Oh, I know what it was. Shit, what did I do last time? I don't know. I think I had something on one of these stools, and then I put some of the bread like over there. I don't freaking know. I have to kind of relearn this. But I look back, and the last time I did one of these was last April. I was thinking I had done one. I didn't think it had been almost a year. But yeah, it's been almost a year. But the lighting looks good. The lighting is pretty good. It was kind of dark earlier. The sun wasn't quite up high enough yet, but it's pretty good now. So I have this is my little lettuce tray here. And I had to move the scratching post. It was over there. Um, this is the one I'm going to use for the meat. Please pardon the mess. It's awful in here, but these are little Pier 1. Remember Pier 1? I miss Pier 1. They had the coolest stuff. So I like it because it's not too, it's nice and skinny. I have 2 of these. I have another one over there. It's a nice little size to fit on the table. I wish the table were just a little bit longer, but I can't really, I mean, it's okay, I guess. So I'll put the meat on here. I would do the cheese, but again, I can't, you know what I could do though? The cheese that I can easily recognize, like cheddar, most of them I could easily recognize. The only 2, there are a couple that look kind of the same, and just looking at them, I can't tell them apart. You know what I could do? I'll put the meat on here, and the cheeses that I can identify, I'll put here. The ones that I can't quite tell apart, I'll leave in the packages. That's what I'll do. That way, because those containers of cheese get wobbly, and you can only stack them about 4 high before they start falling over. So I've made my list of all of my sandwiches. I have 13 of them on here. Trying to incorporate anything. It's really funny though, because let me see, where was I? I didn't realize I forgot pickles. Like, I don't think any of these have pickles on them. I may go back and write it in. No, I think right here, number 7. The first 6, no, 6, okay. Yeah, none of these have pickles because I just forgot. The pickles were right in front of me when I was making this list, and I forgot the pickles. Anyway, we're doing 13 sandwiches today. And I think I'm ready to get started. So that's what I'm getting ready to do. Let's do it. I'm going to go ahead and get the meat out, the cheese. And somebody recommended just cutting the meat in half and putting the cut ends on the sides of the bread. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that makes sense. Instead of the way I was going to do it was stupid compared to that. So that actually makes much more sense. I was going to cut it into like cut the ends off and do something with it. I don't know. Cutting it in half and then putting the cut ends on the sides makes more sense. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and get started. What time is it? It is 1:03 p.m. So I have been working on setup because I have to wash lettuce. I have to wash tomatoes, cut tomatoes, put tape on all the cheese containers. Although now that I've come to this conclusion, I don't think I'm going to have to do that anymore. Yeah, I kind of like having the cheese there because I kind of like the way the package sounds when you open it. I like the little soft crinkles of the cheese package. And if I put it on the tray, you're not going to have that. Oh, decisions. It wouldn't take up as much space if I didn't have all those containers of cheese. But you miss out on that nice soft sound when you pull the stuff back. I really like the way that sounds. I think I'm gonna leave it in the containers because I do like that. Yeah, it'll take up more room, but I don't care. I'll find a way to accommodate it. I'm gonna leave it in. I like it. So you have all these little decisions to make, and I totally love it. I love doing this. It is so much fun. You know, at Aldi, what I saw, they had these sesame seed bagels, but they were skinny. They were like that thick, but they were little sesame seed bagels. And they have bagel skinnies as well. Although it has a hole in the middle, so I mean, I guess you could make a sandwich with it, but you're going to have a hole in the middle. I mean, you have to keep that in mind, I reckon. I didn't buy any bagel skinnies for this. I just bought the multi-grain sandwich skinnies. And I don't think I'm going to have to use the larger Ziploc bags for these sandwiches because usually I only need those for that really wide bread, and they didn't have the kind of wide bread I wanted. So it's all like regular size, or the Seedtastic is even a little bit smaller. It's a smaller piece of bread. So I can use just regular sandwich size Ziploc bags. And I do have FAQs to pin in the comments. I think I did that for the first time in the last one, which was almost a year ago. I'm going to do that again because, as I've mentioned before, the sandwich videos, I don't know what it is about a lady making sandwiches on the internet that pisses people off, but I get the nastiest comments in the sandwich videos. I never anticipated that. I never expected that, but people love them. They either love the sandwich videos or they despise them, and they have to tell me that they hate them. And they hate the sandwich videos for so many different reasons. It's crazy. So, but the FAQs cut way down. I noticed I do remember when I did the last one, putting some frequently asked questions and addressing stuff at the very top of the comments section, cut that down by probably 90%. It cut a lot of that mess out and I didn't have to deal with it. So I'm definitely going to keep doing that. So anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and get started because my son will be home in a little bit and I want to try to get done before he gets here. So it's not that he's noisy, but when there's somebody else here, I can't concentrate quite as well. I don't know what it is. Just knowing that there's somebody else in the house, I don't know, I can't concentrate. But happy Thursday to you. I did take my car and get the oil changed this morning and it was fine. It was no problem, although the price of the oil change went up from the last time I got it by quite a bit. And yeah, that kind of sucked, but everything looked good. And so yay! Whee! It is Thursday and I'm going to get to work now. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you again soon.